Well, last year, if any of you looked at my channel, and you may remember, I came up with the idea of a resin that eliminates ammonia in the pond. I got these self-filling containers, and I filled them myself with the resin, and the resin is designed to eliminate ammonia in ponds. It's quite simple, really. You had a container, you filled it with resin, you put a sponge in to stop the resin coming out, you put a cap on, and you push down till that locked, and then you had the final cap that you put on the top, and these would go into your water filter to eliminate ammonia. Now, I adapted this method to use the direct water off the pond. So what I've done is I got a small little pump. This is dropped into one of your tanks, or whichever tank you use for filtering the water. This takes a 1/2 inch hose pipe which fits on the end of here. The 2 containers of resin will go into one into there and one into here, and the one on this side here, the water would come out of a hose pipe and back into the pond. So we know these are used for trickle-in filters, but the way I set this one up, I set it up to work off a small pump placed in the filter system, the water going into here, through both containers and then back into the pond, filled with 2 of these with the resin in to reduce the ammonia or take the ammonia out of the pond completely. Now, I found that this also got rid of the algae, and it was perfect. However, a lot of people were saying they couldn't do it on their trickle-in filters. Yes, that was because they were still using the trickle-in filter running from the mains tap, where I was using the trickle-in filters running from a separate small little pump. Now, these pumps are about £5 or something each, and I was basically taking the water from the filter and through the system and back into the pond. Now, I've been experimenting this last 2 months by putting resin into washing bags, and I'll take you down to the pond now and show you what I mean by that. So this is where I place the bag in the middle filter, and the water will gradually go through it and go down and back into the pond. Now, I've had this on for about 3 weeks now, and I found it's made quite a big difference to the quality of the ammonia in the pond. Let's have a look at the fish now, and then we'll do a water test. Well, the fish are quite swimming around quite happily. The water is clear, basically, except for the food floating around, which I put in for the fish, but they're still not eating. Just checked the temperature before, and it's 9.6, so it's still a little bit cold. But the water quality has really improved over the few weeks I've been using these filters, and now since I put one into the bin. The little bag, in fact, is a shoe bag that you put into your washing machine for shoes. There's two of the new little fish. Still swimming around quite happily. And if you look on the side of the pond, there's basically no algae hardly on there. I don't know where you can see that with the sun shining down, but the pond is basically quite clear of any algae. Okay, so now for the water test, I've just filled up a little container with water and put the drops in. And I don't know if you can see that, but the water is virtually clear. There's virtually nothing in that water. Move it around where you can see better. That water is virtually nothing in it at all. Might be able to see it a bit better there. That is virtually clear water. Just a slight touch of yellow, very slight touch. So I would say that the resin does work, and I've had no problems with it at all. Now today is sunny, but it's bitterly cold and there's a high wind. Wind keeps coming in, gusting. There we go, just gusting across the pond now. So it's Friday and that's all for today. I'm going to try and get some more work done on the pond and try and sort out my decking, which I need replacing. So another big job coming up. But more on the resin next week because I've got an idea for something else that will clear the pond. Please subscribe. Thank you.